What's up? It's your boy Austin Rutherford here again, where we talk business, finance, and real estate. Today we're talking about probably the number one thing I hear from people when they come out just out of nowhere and start talking to me. Probably the number one thing I hear, they simply say, hey, I want blank. I want money, I want freedom, I want success, I want the nice car, whatever it is, I want blank, but I just don't have time. I simply don't have the time to do it. When people say this, it literally boils my blood. It's the craziest thing that I've ever heard. How, you don't have time? Like, what do you mean? We all have choices in life that we have to make. Choices of where we spend our time and where we do not spend our time. Everybody's got choices. So in this video, I'm gonna break down, having time, quote unquote, and not having time, quote unquote. And if you don't have time, how you can get access to more time. So I'm gonna start off with a quick story, kind of how I got started in business and how I used my time to grow into what it is today. I was 19 years old. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. Instead of going out and partying and hanging with friends every weekend, what I chose to do, because I was lost, what I chose to do is to spend time reading books and gaining knowledge and learning about myself. I read a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. There's a link in the description below to get a copy of it, but I read this book and it 1000% changed my life. If you have not read it yet, you definitely want to grab a copy of it. I never looked back after grabbing that book. That's the book that got me into real estate and got me diving into learning more and getting educated on the business that I wanted to pursue, which was real estate. At the time, I was going to school in Phoenix, Arizona, taking credit hours and working part-time. So I actually flew home to Columbus, Ohio to pursue my real estate career. And I was taking 15 credit hours at a local community college here in Columbus. And I picked up a job to start valeting, to start making as much money as I could, to start investing that back into real estate. So I started out working just 40 hours a week, but it quickly turned into 50 to 60 hours per week because things were busy, had a hard time keeping people. So it turned into a overtime job. So you gotta think, I was going to class full time, taking 15 credit hours. I was working 50 to 6 hours a week, and I was trying to get my real estate business started, which wasn't anything at the time. Again, I had no idea where to start. So what did I do? I tried to get as much knowledge as possible. I went to as many local real estate meetups as I could. I read as many books as I could. I bought as many courses that I could afford at the time to get into real estate and learn as much as possible to go out there and pursue my dreams. I could have made all the excuses in the world. Again, I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't have the experience, I don't have all these things. Everybody has excuses. I was young. I was 19, 20 years old. Like, all my friends were out partying in college and going out to clubs at the nighttime and stuff, or house parties. Like, I had every opportunity to make every excuse in the book. So I went to school, I went to work, and then usually from about 4 p.m. to 2 a.m., whenever I wasn't in one of those things, and on the weekends when I didn't work, that's when I would take the time to start my real estate career. And from the first day I decided to start real estate, when I hired a mentor, from that day to the day I made my first penny, was a 16-month process. 16 months of the struggle and the grind every single day for 16 months. Time is only an excuse. That's it. It's never a matter of if it's gonna happen, it's only a matter of when, if you stick to it. So back to the details. So let's look at this very realistically. So let's say you have a family you have to take care of. You have your kids or your parents that you're taking care of. You're actually legitimately working 80 to 100 hours a week. I understand all that, but even with all of that, there's still time to be had, and it's your duty to maximize and get as much time in a day as possible from that point going forward. So the ways that you actually add time to your day is you wake up earlier. You wake up between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. I can hear it already. All the excuses coming in. Well, I'm gonna be tired. I can't do that. I gotta put the kids down, or I gotta work at 7 or 6 or 8 o'clock, whatever it is. I can hear all the excuses coming. I used to say the same thing. I used to go to bed at midnight, 1, 2 o'clock, and it was a pain to get up that early. But I changed my day. I started going to bed earlier, so now that wasn't an excuse anymore. So let's just say you wake up at 6 a.m. now, instead of 8 a.m. So you used to wake up at 8, you wake up at 6 now. So you're saving 2 hours per day. 2 hours per day. So 7 days a week, you get up 2 hours earlier. That's 365 days. That's 730 hours added to your life. You divide that by 24 hours, that gives you an entire 30 more days in a year than everybody else in the world has. 30 more days. How much more can you get done with an additional 30 days compared to everybody else? Or if you break it down to a 10-hour workday. So 10 hours of a workday, let's say you only use that number, that gives you an extra 73 days in a calendar year. Again, how much more productive can you be if you have 30 to 73 days added to your year compared to everybody else? Do you think you can be more productive with 30 to 73 days, a lot more than everybody else? Duh, that's common sense. Obviously you can, but you claim that you're too tired. Come on, man. Wake up. Get up out of bed. Stop sleeping your life away. Other ways to save time. When I travel a lot, all the time in the airport, I see people just scrolling through, Instagram or TikTok, just laughing away at all the things they see. Or, texting friends back, not talking about anything. When I'm in a car or on a long trip, I'm reading a book versus getting on Instagram. I'm journaling on an airplane versus sleeping. I'm reading versus sleeping. I'm writing out YouTube videos. This YouTube video I wrote out on my way down to fly down here to Cancun. I looked around, everybody else was asleep, and I was sitting there typing out emails, working, quote unquote, adding time to my life when everybody else was asleep. When I'm waiting in line for food at a drive-thru, let's say, instead of getting there, I'm going through Instagram, I'm responding to emails that need to be responded to and text messages that need to be responded to that will add value to my life, not just hitting up my homies. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. We all just use it differently. You have to leverage as much time as possible. You have to get as much time into your day as possible. If you ask anybody around me, it's very, very difficult for me to sit still because I always have to be on the move. I always got to be doing something because I hate staying in one place. I always want to be moving or growing. Staying in one place kills me. I can't sit still. So last thing that I see is literally somebody that has to work 80 to 100 hours a week to feed their family. First off, these are very, very few people. So if you're sitting there saying, oh, that's me, there's very few people that are like this, but there are some people like this, and this can be a real thing. So there's two ways you can handle this. The reason you're working 100 hours a week is probably because you're working in a low-paying job. Low-paying jobs don't get paid that much, but the way that you can increase your salary, you can make more money in less time, is by adding more value. You get paid for your value, not your time. That's why some people make $8 an hour and some people make $100,000 in the same hour because they add more value. So what you need to do is you need to take time, commit to the next 6 months of your life, take out 2 hours. If you're only getting 4 hours of sleep, sleep for 2 hours. If you're getting 8 hours of sleep, sleep for 6 hours. Commit to 6 months, 2 hours a day on learning a new skill, creating more value. Learn how to trade stocks, learn how to do architecture, learn how to do mathematics, learn how to do accounting. Learn a skill that gets you paid more money, because the more you learn, the more value that you can add, the more money that you can actually get paid. And then with that, your income will go up and the time that you have to work will go down, and that'll give you time to pursue the dreams that you want to go after. The second option is to find somebody else. If you're really working that much, that means you have money, okay? So if you have money, use somebody else's time. Partner up with a family or a friend, family member or friend that wants to pursue a dream just like you do. You front the money, they front the time. And then you can be 50-50 partners. You can split the profits, none of your time, quote unquote, if you have money but you don't have time, you can do it like that. And then you can create a business and you can make money. Just make sure you do it with somebody you trust, obviously, because you are fronting all the money and you don't want to get taken for your money. So make sure it's somebody you trust for sure. So as you can see, people say this all the time to me. I got a message from somebody, I think a week ago. They said, hey man, I don't have any money, but I have all the time in the world. I want to start real estate. I want to learn real estate. What can I do? I have all the time. I said, okay, have you looked on YouTube? Oh, I don't really want to look on YouTube. I want somebody to personally coach me to get me into the real estate business. I said, okay, I do coaching, I do mentoring, but there is an investment. You have to invest in yourself with this. And he's like, oh, but I don't have any money. I said, okay, great, no problem at all. I know you said you have all the time in the world. Take some of that time and go out there and get a job and work, save some money, so then you can invest in yourself and pay for a mentor if you don't want to learn it the free way. If you want to learn on YouTube, learn on YouTube. But if you want hands-on attention, learning directly from somebody, that costs money. Time is valuable, so there's an investment to that. But he's like, oh no, I can't work. You just told me you had all the time in the world. What do you mean? I'm confused. Time is an excuse. Like I said, you make time for what you want to make time for, and everything else is an excuse. So comment below and let me know what your thoughts are on this. Do you believe that you can get more time in a day, or do you think you're tapped out? Do you think there's any more time that can be saved in your day? I know there is. So comment below, let me know what your thoughts are. While you're down there, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you get all of our content going forward. As always, appreciate you being here. Without you, this wouldn't be anything. So thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. What's up, everyone? It's Austin Rutherford here, and I just personally want to say thank you for taking the time to watch my YouTube channel, where we talk business, finance, real estate, and how to elevate your life. On this channel, you'll find everything from mindset to marketing to wholesaling to sales and negotiation to flipping houses to raising private money to rentals to Airbnbs. Everything you need to run your own business, you can find on this channel, so make sure you take a look at it. But if you're one of those people who want to work directly with me and build your own real estate company, make sure you check out thereblueprint.com. thereblueprint.com. What this is it's a training and a duplicate of my business. Every way in my business where we make money right now, you get everything. It's from wholesaling to marketing to raising private money to renovating houses, to flipping houses, to buying rental properties, and the mindset that allows you to do all those things. An in-depth look at everything inside of my business. And on top of that, you get all the documents that go along with it. You get all the scripts, you get all the templates, you get all the Excel spreadsheets, you get all the contracts, you get all the credibility packets. You get literally everything you need to run your own real estate company. And on top of all that, you get live coaching calls with me. So don't miss out on it. Make sure you check out thereblueprint.com. And again, if you have any suggestions on YouTube content, YouTube videos that you want to hear more about, make sure you drop a comment in the description below. If you have something, let me know so we can get that content out to you as quickly as possible. Again, as always, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all the likes, the comments, the subscriptions, everything. Hope to see you on the next video. Peace.